True Relevation 46 going down this Saturday in Iowa at the Bridgeview Center, and myself and Adam Martin are here to preview it. Adam, how's it going? Really looking forward to talking some regional MMA with you.
Absolutely, man. I always love talking these regional MMA cards with you. I'm doing good, James. I'm looking forward to chatting through True Revolution MMA 46 with you.
Yes, and we're going to start first in the flyweight division. We've got, it's a title fight. We've got the flyweight championship on the line. We've got Renfro taking on Justin Richter. No relation to Mike Richter, I'm sure. But Adam, what can you tell us about this exciting flyweight fight?
Yeah, two guys with decent amount of experience for amateur fighters. Renfro with 9 fights, James, and Richter with 6. I do think that's an advantage for Renfro, and obviously he's got a lot of wins by submission as well. James, definitely a competitive fight. I don't think it's a blowout for either guy, but I would lean towards Renfro a little bit. I do think that extra experience helps you at this lower level in the amateur level. So he did lose his last fight. He's been submitted a couple times. That's a worry, obviously, because Richter does have some submissions on his resume. But I'm going to lean a little bit towards Renfro to win this fight, James.
Yeah, and you also got to look at the fact that Richter has been submitted. Renfro has a ton of submission victories. I think this is a tailor-made matchup for him. I'm taking Renfro by submission to get it done and continue his run towards making that pro debut. Let's get to the next fight on this card. Noah Harrell taking on Jaron Lathrop, and this is at bantamweight. Your thoughts on this fight?
Yeah, this one's a good fight. I think it's pretty competitive too. Both guys have a similar amount of experience. They both have kind of a similar record. I look at Harold, only 21 years old, James. I mean, that's pretty young, and obviously he's got 6 fights already. So I think he can keep improving. Both guys can. Lathrop's a good wrestler too. Again, a competitive fight. I believe it'll be competitive, but I'm going to lean a little bit towards Harold to get the job done here. Again, I like the fact he's so young, James, and I think he'll edge it out, but it's a very competitive fight.
I'm with you there as well. I hate to be boring here, guys, but I definitely see a lot of upside here in Harold. 21 years old. You got the 5-1 record. He's on a 3-fight win streak. Just the only loss back in 2021 in July. He was submitted in the very first round. And he's taken on an opponent who does have some nice submission win in his last fight over Cameron Cook at True Revolution 45. Of course, if you've been watching True Revolution, you would have saw that fight. But he's got the same win. He's beaten the same guy twice, and he's beaten him by submission. So I wouldn't put too much stock into that. Nothing against Cameron Cook, but he's been submitted twice by Justin Giron, I should say, 2 times already. So wouldn't put too much stock into that win here, but I'm with you. I like Noah Harrell to get it done, and like I said, make one step closer to get into that pro level. Let's get right into the main event. It's lightweight. We've got Kirsten Davenport taking on Johnny Hooper. Adam, what can you tell us about this fight?
Yeah, I think this one, honestly, James, of the 3 is the easiest one to call for me. Johnny Hopper, 4-1 compared to a guy who's 2-8. Not only that, James, they fought before. They fought back in 2020, and Hopper won by first round knockout. So I don't see there's any reason for us to switch our pick here, right? Like,
yeah,
that was his debut. He won by knockout. They're fighting again now after he has more experience. I know Davenport is coming off a win. We'll give him some credit for that. But before that, James, he had 7 straight fights where he didn't win a fight, and he was getting finished every fight. So I don't trust this guy at all. His record's really bad. I got to go with Johnny Hopper, James. I think he gets a stoppage. First round stoppage, James. That's my pick.
Yeah, my bad. Johnny Hopper, not related to Chase Hooper. I said Hooper there off the top. Didn't mean to do that. But you mentioned Davenport's last win. His opponent that he beat, Frank Young, is 12-23. So not that shocking. He was able to get the win there just because of the level of opposition who he's fought. But you look at some of the losses here. A lot of these guys are making their debuts, and he's losing. Jordan Clark. You mentioned Hopper as well. Josh Neal. There's just a ton. And you look at Hopper's only loss. It was a split decision loss to Aaron Mitchell last June. So, this could be, if the judges go the other way on that one, we could be talking about an undefeated fighter here. I'm liking Hopper in the main event. And how could you not like him anyways with that nickname, Big Papa Hoppa? That's got to be one of the best nicknames in MMA, right, Adam? What do you think?
Absolutely. No, I agree completely. But you're right about looking at the level of competition. Look at Davenport. He's lost to a guy that was 1-23, James. That's just such a bad loss. So you always have to look at that, and you have to look at the nickname, right? The nickname, that's the clue, James. That's our clue right here. So go with the guy with the better nickname. Go with the guy who's already knocked the guy out before. Also, James, Davenport is 42 years old. You got to mention that. This is, I don't know the odds for this fight, but if there is, James, this guy should be minus 2,000, I think. He should be a boxing type of odds favorite here. I think you agree with me on that one.
Yeah, and just so people are wondering, again, because of the, obviously the one guy's favored, the other guy isn't. Sometimes it's just a case of just trying to keep these guys active, and it's who's willing to step up. I've talked to so many fighters on the regional scene where it's like, I want to keep active, but there's just a lot of guys not wanting to fight me. A lot of guys want to pad their records here. So, let's give full credit here to Davenport, who didn't need to take this fight. He did, and he's fighting a guy that obviously is expected to win here. So, again, really good action in the main event in the lightweight division. So, really excited for that one. For myself, for Adam Martin, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys soon.